Types of songs this morning for y'all as we do, and so y'all just sing along. There we go. When it all goes crazy and the thrill is gone, days get rainy and the nights get long. When you get that feeling you were born to lose, staring at your ceiling, thinking of your blues. When there's so much trouble that you wanna cry, the world has crumbled and you don't know why. When your hopes are fading and they can't be found, dreams have left you waiting, friends have let you down. Just remember I love you, and it'll be alright. Just remember I love you more than I can say. Maybe then your blues will fade away. When you need a lover and you're down so low, start to wonder, but you never know. When it feels like sorrow is your only friend, knowing that tomorrow you'll feel this way again. When the blues come calling at the break of dawn, rain keeps falling but the rainbow's gone. When you feel like crying but the tears won't come, when your dreams are dying, when you're on the run, just remember I love you and it'll be alright. Just remember I love you more than I can say. Just remember I love you and it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, that's good. I like that one.
I do too.
That was by Firefall, y'all. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to do a little Willie Nelson this morning, by the way, for those of you that love Willie Nelson.
Heck yeah.
Good morning, y'all.
Morning.
Glad to see your eyes this morning. You know, now you got to recognize people by their eyes.
Yeah.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you. Come sweet and clear as your moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other arms smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, on my mind, on my mind, on my mind, on my. We got another Willie song too in a minute. So. Good morning. One of my favorites. My mother loved this man. She went to see him twice over in Mobile. Elvis Presley. Wouldn't let me go with her. Said it was a girls' night out. So she. Yeah, I know. As the snow flies on a cold and cloudy Chicago morn, the poor little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cries, 'cause if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another little hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. In the ghetto. People, don't you understand? The child needs a helping hand, or he'll gonna be an angry man someday. I take a look at you and me, are we too blind to see? Do we simply turn our heads and look the other way while the world turns? And a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the streets as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns. So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, steals a car, tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round an angry young man face down on the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
And as her young man dies
In the ghetto.
on a cold and cloudy Chicago morn, and another little baby child is born in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
And his mama cries.
In the ghetto. In the ghetto.
Thank you, thank you. I love that song. Man, that's one of my all-time favorite. The imagery is so powerful in that song.
It's true. Yeah.
One more Willie song. On the road again.
I just can't wait to get on that road again.
Life I love is making music with my friends.
I just can't get on the road again.
On the road again.
Going places that I've never been.
Seeing things that I may never see again.
I just wait to get on the road again.
On the road again, like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. And our way is on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on that road again. On the road again, like a band of gypsies, we go down that highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. And our way is on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on that road again. And I can't wait to get on that road again.
Woohoo!
Fun song to play and sing.
Yeah, that puts it in E. Try that and let me.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we love just playing, just play without singing, and that's actually based on the opening song today, which is "The Face of God." That was the same chords, so we just thought we'd do a little instrumental with it. And whenever I get the go-ahead to go, and I may already have that go-ahead, we can go ahead and go ahead. Y'all want to stand up for this song and just kind of join in the spirit of the... You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Well, good morning. Isn't it a beautiful morning? After last week and the rain, and so many people showed up through all that rain, this is just glorious. Namaste. Let us open with a prayer. We open our hearts and minds to the all-flowing, all-loving divine presence this morning here at Unity Gulfport. We give thanks for this glorious morning and all those who are serving of their gifts and talents. We lovingly allow Spirit to move in, around, and through us as we relax to experience these sacred moments. May we each be blessed in a special way. Amen. Well, welcome to Unity of Gulfport. I know we have one new visitor. Would you like to tell us who you are?
Again, it's nice to be new. My name is Judy Lowe.
Good morning and welcome. I know you have a visitor's package. If you'll fill that out, we'll have all kinds of goodies for you. And we're happy to have you here this morning. We come together to affirm and celebrate our unity, our oneness with each other, and with the source of all that is. In that spirit of unity, let us pause to unfold in light and love all people in our community, in our world. The candle of unity signifies the light within each of us and our connection to the source of all that is, and so it is. Let us affirm our faith. I have faith that God is my instant, constant, and abundant supply. I have faith that God provides ways when to human sense there is no way. I have faith that God is guiding me in all ways. My health, happiness, and success are assured. We will now sing Grateful.
Y'all want to stand up and sing Grateful? I would. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Teresa Ellis will now read the daily word.
Today is Sunday, September 6, 2020, and the word for today is world peace. I imagine a world transformed by peace and love. Can't you see it? World peace begins within my mind and heart. Closing my eyes, I breathe deeply and envision every person bringing forth the love and peace of God. I see all the world's people surrounded by a healing light that transforms strife, anger, and division into reconciliation, peace, and unity. As I hold this vision, I see the entire world aglow with radiance. Harmony and cooperation heal the world's wounds and encourage love to flower in each person's heart. I carry this vision throughout my day. Divine love, expressing as me, sees oneness regardless of apparent differences. Divine wisdom and understanding illumine my thoughts, inspire my words, and guide me to act in ways that bring peace to the world. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Matthew 5:9.
Boy, do we need peacemakers. Thank you, Teresa. For announcements, the prayer team meets on Zoom on Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. And if you'd like to be included, please contact Reverend Judy. Does anyone else have any events they'd like to announce? Where's Bob when you really need him? You know, we finally got to a place where we really need somebody to stand up and give us some whatever. And, well, it'll come. He'll come back. No announcements? All right. As you know, we have a prayer box at the back of the room with prayer request forms. If you'll place your prayer request there, we can pray for them here and at Silent Unity. And just a reminder, our prayer chaplains are holding sacred space for all your requests. The musicians will now sing Joy.
I wish you roses in the spring, fledglings on the wing, fireflies that sing your name. I wish you flowers in the grass, memories that last, shelter from the passing rain. I wish you joy. I wish you joy. I wish you joy. I hope the wind is at your back, keeping you on track, that you never lack for love. I hope you walk beside your heart, even in the dark, guided by the stars above. I wish you love. I wish you love. I wish you love. So wherever you may roam, out there on your own, home is just a heart away. I wish you joy. I wish you joy. I wish you joy. I almost didn't get through that last line. Sorry.
Isn't
I
it
really meant
amazing how much music comes out of her? She's like this little girl is boom. That was utterly beautiful. That's a keeper.
That was a Janice Ian song, by the way.
Who?
Janice Ian. She's been around a while.
Reverend Judy will now offer a prayer.
Good morning, and thanks to each of you for being here. We have a new normal. Before this time, we were looking for more chairs with our 70-plus crowd. Then for several weeks, it was me standing up here by myself as if I'm talking to people. And we do appreciate that you are here, and that we appreciate those who made live streaming possible, that we have this audience out there. We have people tuning in from Washington State and from Maine and from right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast and Georgia, as a matter of fact. So we have quite a crowd. Last week, and there are several of you that didn't make it, I told a little story I'd like to repeat, if it's okay. It's about Teresa's husband. I spoke about defining memories, defining moments, and those times in our lives when we know our lives will never be the same again. And I spoke about those moments, and sometimes we recognize it, and sometimes we don't. And I told the story of our own Teresa's husband, and she may need to grab a tissue. But the day that he passed on, there were tornadoes in the area. They live in Woolmarket, and a neighbor had called and said, "Wow, there are tornadoes. You better take cover." And so they did. She did what she's done before, and she got the animals and flashlights and everything and went into the closet under the stairway. And she talked him into coming in there for a few minutes, but a few minutes only, because pretty soon he says, "I feel like I'm suffocating in here, and I'm not going to die in this damn closet." I think some of us feel that way right now, don't we? Yeah, that's what I do. I go out for a walk. I go out for whatever I need to do with safe distancing or whatever. But then he wanted to go to the casino, one of his favorite places. And it was there at the casino where he passed on, had a heart attack. But you know what? He didn't die in that damn closet, did he? And I thought how touching that is. Premonition? Yeah, maybe he did. And how this time for us has been so odd, so different, losing one of our bright and shining stars to our Rosa. On the way over here this morning, I was just saying to Dan, I said, I'm going to get used to this one of these days, but not yet. Not yet. But she is up there in the ethers, keeping them straight, straightening everything around, and being just as vibrant there as she was right here. Isn't she, Bernie? And Bernie's here, and we thank you for being here. Thank you. I know Rosemarie's probably over in Georgia keeping the rest of her family straight. It's something they do well. Yeah. Yeah, good. We'll welcome her back as soon as she can get here. Did anybody have any prayer requests this morning? Yes, ma'am. Teresa's eye surgery is, yes, Thursday. It's going to be perfect. It already is. We see that. Steadying the surgeon's hands. Yes, Susan?
I frequently ask for prayers for a friend
Okay. Okay. Susan's friend Leslie, who's in hospice now from throat cancer, a smooth passing. Okay. All right. Okay. Anybody up here?
Tom, a teacher in the ICU now for COVID.
It's one of the teachers out at Van Cleve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I won't give you his last name. Privacy issues. Tom.
Yeah. So sorry. Yes, JR.
Sarah's in the hospital. She's been there for 2 or 3 days.
Oh, she is.
Just a little lung infection
Okay.
that pretty sure, doctor's pretty sure that they have the right combination of drugs to treat this particular infection, and she expects to be out early next week.
Okay. JR and Helen's granddaughter, Sarah, has cystic fibrosis, and she's in the hospital. Mobile, lung infection, but they expect it to be cleared up by next week. Yeah, good. Okay, if there are no other prayer requests, we know that there's certainly a lot of unrest in the world right now. And world peace, daily word for today, is perfect. And as we know, peace begins with me. It begins with you. And the more peace you can bring within your own self, the more peace you can send out into the world. And so this morning we know there are many other prayer requests, those that were spoken and those not spoken. We place them right here in the middle of our circle. We wish you peace. We wish you joy. And we hold the light for you. Just as the prayer chaplains are holding sacred space, we are holding that sacred space with them for healing, for peace of heart and mind. That all will be well. We say thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Amen.
In a time full of war, be peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe. Yeah, there ain't that much difference between you and me. In a time full of war, be peace. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right.
Oh, don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine.
In a world full of hate, be a light. La 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 la. In a place that needs a change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen. 'Cause life is but a dream, better live it. In a place that needs a change, make a difference. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right.
Oh, don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine.
In a
you only get one go around.
'Cause the finish line is 6 feet in the ground.
In a race you can't win, just slow it down.
In a world full of hate, be a light. Whoa. When you do somebody wrong, make it right, make it right.
Oh, don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine.
In a world full of hate, be a light. Yeah, it's hard to live in color when you just see black and white. In a world full of hate, be a light. It's on the radio now, I think, too. It's a great song. It was a consortium. It had Keith Urban, Reba McEntire, and it was written by Thomas Rhett. And so it's just been an exciting. Dan suggested it to us, and I discovered it because of his suggestion. And my goodness, what a great, wonderful song.
It is perfect, isn't it? Perfect for us. Be a light. Well, and the person that should be moving the slides forgets that it's now her responsibility. She's thinking Bobby or Rosa or somebody will be moving those slides, and she was the one that has the remote. In a time of war, be peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe. Yeah, there ain't much difference between you and me. In a time full of war, be peace. We sure do need those words, don't we? So much division in our country now. So much division. Maybe we've been given this time because we're just actually youngsters as a humanity. We've been given this opportunity to grow up. What do you think? What do you think? Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
Well, it can start here.
It sure can. It sure can. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with, let it begin with me. We sing that song every week. And I was thinking of the woman that wrote those lyrics, and do you know she wrote them at a time in her life where she had tried to commit suicide. And she was in the hospital recovering for a long time. It did permanent damage to the nerves in her body, and she never did get over that in her lifetime. But a little bit over a decade later, that was 1944, and then 1955, and her husband was a musician too. She married him after that episode in her life. And they were holding a retreat for young people at their home. And they introduced this song, "Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin With Me." And he wrote the melody, she wrote the words. And we sing it every Sunday. Do we really mean it? Do we? Do we really mean it? I wonder sometimes I'll see someone post something on Facebook, and the next thing you know, and it's been it was divisive, and they knew that when they posted it. They knew that. They knew it was going to be divisive. If it was just something for their own thoughts and peace of heart and mind, they wouldn't have need to say it. They would have just held it in their own sacred sanctuary, and they wouldn't have need to send it out there. So then what happens? Well, the next thing you know, someone else has been triggered, and they react and say something they may regret later. They say something they shouldn't have said. So if you can't spread love, and if you can't spread light, and if you can't spread peace, maybe you just need to be quiet. I remember those words coming from someone many, many, many years ago in the Methodist Church. It was a singer that came to sing and deliver a message, and he said that about the audience. If you can, that how often someone jumps up so they can go complain about one thing or another, or maybe you just had the best service that ever could have been, and you found the one thing to complain about. He said maybe you were called to be an usher. Maybe you were called to be the speaker or a musician. Or if you're in the audience or the congregation, maybe God called you to shut up. I remember that a lot and remind myself of it too, how quickly we want to criticize, how quick we are to criticize. I went to Slidell this week to get just a little blood work. It's a routine thing I do a couple of times a year with the doctor there, and on the way I'm listening to NPR. And they're talking about the difference this year is going to make, and especially in the fashion industry. Who's going to wear ties and suits and all these beautiful dresses, except those people we see on TV, I guess, and the heels and all of this. And they said the fashion industry is really all out and after the most comfortable big T-shirt they can design. And I'm thinking, well, I guess that's maybe it's going to be a fashion statement for us in the future. We'll just be comfortable, and maybe the pants we wear will be just as comfortable as the pajamas we wear at home. Maybe you won't even tell the difference. That may be good, huh? I don't know. And before I left, I thought, well, every day I just kind of run my hands through my hair, and after I shower, make sure it doesn't have too many knots in it, and and just throw myself together. And I thought, well, I think I'm going to look nice going over there. So I put makeup on and lipstick and all this, and then I get over there and I put a mask on, and I'm thinking, why did I even care? All I did was get lipstick on the inside of my mask. So, yes. So I don't know. Fashion statements, maybe they're a thing of the past, and that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. So what if we just want to look for the good? Where we put our attention matters. We seem to be wired to see what's missing, what's wrong, and in need of fixing. It's not a bad trait, because it often propels us to make improvements and make the world better. Every invention begins with the idea that something's missing and could be better. But focusing on what isn't right can also get us down. We can also lose friends, can't we? Pretty surefire way to lose friends. There's a lot that seems wrong in the world right now, and it's important for our own well-being to look for the good. Look for God, because God's behind all the good that you're going to see in the world. Seek and you will find. Look for the good in every person, every situation. You'll almost always find it. It's a deliberate action we can take no matter what we see or experience in another person or a circumstance. I think we can also always find something good, can't we? If we really want to, when we do, it will find us. When we expect good, it will find us. When we want good, it will find us. And the more good we expect, the more we will receive. And looking for good in people and experiences doesn't mean that we're ignoring the bad. We recognize that. We recognize there have been a lot of horrendous acts in the world. We're not ignoring that. And if there's one right in front of us, we're going to do whatever we can to stop it, aren't we? But to sit and worry and ruin your own health over something you can't change is a bit foolish. And so we're better to do the best that we can and pray and pray and pray and bring peace into our own lives. When we do this, our energy shifts. It actually goes out into the world to assist other people. We're making the world a better place, and you can believe it. It's kind of like when you forgive, you don't forget, do you? You know that this happened, but you relieve yourself of the burden that you've been carrying. And some of the burdens in the world, we don't need to be carrying them. We need to pray for them, but we don't need to be carrying them. Seeing the good is a choice. There are choices. We either contribute to the peace or the storms. Are you contributing to the peace or are you contributing to the storms? The divine within us is always calling us to raise our consciousness. That's one of Unity's primary teachings. Primary teachings. Do not conform to the patterns of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds. That's from Romans. And that was very important to the founders of Unity. It changed their lives. It healed them. Changed everything about them and the world. Brought about the Unity movement, from which we bring our truth and our teachings. Training ourselves to seek good or God in all things is a renewal of the mind. Because you see, do not conform to the patterns of the world. We understand what was going on back during that time in Romans. We know what was going on in the world, and there's a lot going on in our world right now, isn't there? Whole lot going on. Do not conform to the patterns of the world, but renew your mind. Set yourself free in the process. Once we claim our own goodness, it becomes easier to look for the good in other people, places, the past, the present, the future, everything that's going on right now. So every moment you have a choice. You can choose love or you can choose hate. You can live in fear or you can surrender to the most loving thoughts you can think in any given moment, whatever's going on. You can judge those with whom you disagree, or you can simply accept your own thoughts and let them go. Let them go. Let them believe what they want to. You can become fearfully addicted to the drama and the trauma this world is going through, or you can revel in your own beautiful reality. You can. I'm not in fear of any single thing. I'm sensible about what I do, and I use my common sense, and I take personal responsibility for my health and wholeness and well-being. So will you contribute to the peace or the storms? What are you going to contribute to? Next time someone says something you might disagree with, you don't need to remark, or you might say you might be right, and they might be. A lot of times we're just so invested in being right, we can't see the truth right in front of our nose, even if it were there, because our ego has tricked us into thinking we need to be right. You might be right. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So even in that reality, if you should be in the path of an external storm, your internal peace is always there. You can sidestep the storm. You can renew your mind, think again, let it go, look at things differently. So hatred builds a hardened wall around you. That's what hatred and fear do for you. And love just needs a little opening. You need to be willing to let that hatred go, the fear. Love elevates you above the negative energies, where you can hear, feel, or sense the protection and guidance that's always there for you. Always. It has not disappeared. Choose thoughts that feel like love. Choose thoughts that feel like peace. Even if you disagree with someone who's been hateful or hurtful, love yourself enough to not get sucked into that storm that doesn't belong to you. Okay? It's not yours. That drama, that's somebody else's. Let it go. That's a lower vibration. Remain, if you can, in your own center. Stay calm. Stay away from the drama. Love yourselves enough to choose thoughts that make you feel your own loving heart and sanctuary right here. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your minds. Love yourselves enough to consciously tune in to your place of peace. We've discussed that a lot the last few weeks. Love yourself enough to remain silent or turn away from those who cannot exhibit loving kindness to you. Sidestep that. Love yourself enough to sit, breathe, and receive love directly from the source, if only for a minute or two, because you have the power of the universe available to assist you in any situation. You only need to be willing and ask. I asked for guidance one morning. When the storms were out there in the Gulf, we didn't really know where they were going to go. What can I do? I sat down to meditate in prayer for just a few minutes. What I was told is, sit and radiate peace. That was the message I got, and I wrote down. There are hearts that need it right now. Sit and radiate peace. That's your biggest purpose and the biggest job that you have right now in the midst of all the storms. So focus, focus, focus. In the daily word, world peace. The key is to focus. We have the power to take our thoughts and focus on what makes you feel good. We can radiate peace. It's time. Our lives will get back to a new normal, not to the normal we had, and maybe that's good. Maybe it didn't have to get that crazy, but humanity has a lot of growing up to do spiritually. Obviously we do. There's a lot of fear, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration that has come to a boiling point, hasn't it? Training ourselves to look for the good is like exercising a muscle. It's a decision we choose to make, an easy one when things are wonderful in our lives, isn't it? And a much more difficult one when our lives are crumbling or the world is far out of line with our vision and hope for it. And of course, we must be diligent and choose to look for the good in spite of what we see. This isn't the new world we thought we'd have, is it? With the year 2000 and 2012, the world was coming to an end. We were going to see a new one in 2020. We sure didn't see a virus stopping us in our tracks, did we? But it has. It has. And I'll never forget how it felt March 15th when I was standing here for the last time for several weeks, knowing that that was our last Sunday for a while, and we just didn't know what was going to happen. And we were listening to all the news in the world. And I remember thinking, well, I guess this is our 2012. It just came 8 years later. And certainly didn't look like what we thought. We envisioned all the angels and just peace enveloping the earth, right? And anyway, we're hard-headed. I guess it took something like this to stop us in our tracks. And maybe humanity is in its infancy. And we've just been throwing a lot of tantrums lately, haven't we? And there goes the train. Let's bless them. Bless them. And if humanity has been in its infancy, and there are a lot of toddlers out there throwing tantrums, some even throwing themselves on the floor, kicking their hands and feet. Let us not be one of them, okay? Let us be the grown-ups. Let us be the adults. I'm going to be the faith keeper. I've been the faith keeper. I didn't lose my faith at all. I'm not going to. You see, in every tribe, every ancient tribe, there was a faith keeper. And no matter what happened in the community, you had a faith keeper that stood up and held the peace for every single person. Even those toddlers that were pitching their fits. There's those adolescents that were angry and screaming. Let's all be faith keepers, peacekeepers during this time of turmoil. Don't participate in the drama. It's not yours this time. The earth is different than it's been. There was a time when there was war, and those that needed to go stand up and be counted. We know that. World War II, who would the United States have been as a humanity if they had not gone and helped end that atrocity? There have been times in humanity, because that was a time of war, then they needed to stand up and be warriors. But we don't need to do that right now. We need to be the peacekeepers. We're beyond that. We're beyond the wars. And we have a golden ray of peace and love that we can radiate out into the world all the time. To bring peace, to bring love. So we can radiate peace. Here are a few examples that may be pertinent in today's world. We can choose to focus our attention on the number of COVID positive tests, which the media wants us to do, or we can choose to focus on the divinity of our bodies and the steps we can take to improve our own immune system, make ourselves healthier. We can choose to focus our attention on the division in our nation, or we can choose to see all the places, look at all the places where unity, community, and connection show up. It's amazing if you look for all those ways that unity shows up in the world. Love. We can focus our energy on the sadness out there, the atrocities that we can't do anything about. We can shift our attention to see all the people who are waking up and wanting to join us in making change. We can pray. We can pray peace into the world, and I believe that. And this week, would you find something wonderful in at least one person a day and tell them? Tell them about it. Make their day. Remind a friend how creative he or she is. Let a coworker know what a great job he's doing. Surprise your son or daughter with a positive acknowledgement or something kind, just for no reason. Refuse to participate in the negativity. Just refuse. And finally, as our daily word suggests, if you want to create peace in the world, start by creating peace in your own heart. When you do, you'll automatically see peace in your relationships, in your home, your community, your state, your country, and ultimately the world. And I'm going to leave you with this. Create a sanctuary. There is a ritual of claiming sanctuary. You know, in the Middle Ages, anyone could gain protection from other people, even the legal authorities, by simply running into a sacred building and saying the word sanctuary. Did you know that? This ritual triggered a system of safety, respected by everyone in society. Sanctuary, sanctuary, sanctuary. So here's how to create a sanctuary in your own life. Specify a time. Maybe it's just 5 minutes where you're going to go to a sacred space in your home. Maybe it's your car. Maybe it's outside, wherever you are. Specify a time. Take time away from the stresses in your life. That time is sacred. You'll devote it completely to recovering a sense of safety and balance. And remind yourself back to balance. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. And that may be the word that you use as your mantra to remind yourself, okay, I'm out of sorts. I've been watching the news a little too long this morning. And that has filled me with a bit of anxiety and angst. Turn it off and go to your sanctuary. And then wherever you are, whether it's in the store, wherever you are, you can claim sanctuary and healing and wholeness. So just as the song sang, as Sherry sang it, and that was beautiful, by the way, Sherry, that was beautiful. She's my daughter, Judy, that's my daughter. I'm not taking credit for any of that, but she is my daughter, so I have to boast sometimes. I wish you joy. I wish you peace. I wish you love. I wish you light. Now go and bring light to the world. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Reverend Judy. A timely talk. I was thinking when she was speaking that my computer has a wonderful thing. It's called close. Teresa, I thought about you all week. That story was so touching and so beautiful, and thank you for sharing it. Thank you for letting Reverend Judy share it, and I love you.
So today is 9 years.
Wow.
Well, it would actually be Friday by the date, but it was the Sunday with Labor Day weekend, so that's today.
Wow. Perfect. Perfect. And his story, his little saying is going on, spreading. So I thought about you all week.
Oh, and he's been
Yeah.
floating all around.
It's wonderful. She and I were talking, we started about the same time here, and we were both commenting or thinking about how interesting it is you walk into a strange church, not that it's a strange church, a strange church, and you have no idea how many people you're going to meet that become your best friends, your lovers, your people that you think about when you need help or you call. You have no idea. And it happens and you say, wow, that's cool. This morning we were looking for something back there and it took half the church to find it. And somebody said, it takes a village. So we did it. That one thing. But we all came together and found it. That's the part. We're called unity, and we seem to be working it. And we're going to work this other thing out too, this world thing. To set and radiate peace. That was really a beautiful statement. I love that idea. And in sanctuary. Oh my God, what a word. What a place to go. To realize that you always have a place you can go to have sanctuary, whether it's a place out here, or it's a place here, or a place here. It's a place. You can do it. And humanity has a lot of growing up to do. That's cool. Very timely, very a way to combat change. The way to make change happen, not just talk about it or I wish there was a way talk, but I have a new way to do this thing. That's powerful. That's powerful. With that in mind, let us take our tithes and our offerings in our hand and say along with me, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust in God.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, and smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song to bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Some trails are happy ones, others are blue. Well, it's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? To sing a song to bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Don't you love that song? It just brings it all back, doesn't it? Yeah.
Let's stand and sing the peace song.
Thanks for that.
That beautiful peace song we were talking about a little bit ago. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that